Don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't fucking care. God, I don't fucking care!
A new character has been unlocked.
Oh, cool. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is arguably one of the most anticipated fighters to be released this year, and as the name suggests, it places characters from both the Marvel and Capcom universe in a series of brutal fights against one another. Released on February 18th for both the PS3 and the Xbox 360, let's take a look into Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Get ready! Maximum fire! And fire!
Dude!
Victor Von Doom together with Albert Wesker have assembled the greatest villains that each of their respective worlds have to offer with an overall plan to conquer both. However, having done so, they have awakened a massive force known as Galactus, who poses an even greater threat to both worlds. Now of course it is up to the characters from both Marvel and Capcom to stop Galactus and save the world as they know it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the story in a nutshell, and as you would suspect, it was merely something that was thrown together to set the scene for people to beat the shit out of each other in fight after fight until they reach the almighty Galactus, defeat him, beat the game, and go back through it all again with a different character. There are character-unique cutscenes that are shown following the completion of the game, but they aren't at all interesting. In fact, I just couldn't give a fuck. But is this a bad thing? Nah, not really, especially as players were likely not expecting an immersive plot to be served as a side with their ass kicking, which is the primary factor that drew people to this title.
Live and let die! Fight! Burst attack!
The biggest and best feature that Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is going for is its deep and action-packed combat system. The game showcases over 32 different characters, and each individual fighter has his or her own unique melee and special attacks that can be used in lethal combinations. The attack combinations that players can seamlessly string together can be a combination of punches, kicks, beams, explosions, that are all depending on the character of course. These combinations usually begin on the ground but can quickly ascend into the air and are simply awesome to watch. What's better is that this time around, Marvel vs. Capcom has been given a simple mode that players can choose to utilise so that they can pull off epic special moves in quick succession without having to tiresomely perfect what can be fucking frustrating button and movement stick combinations. How many times have you gone to perform an epic move only to have your player simply inch forward and punch because you just couldn't fucking do it right? Like other current generation fighters, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 features online play in which players can take part in ranked matches, player matches, etc. and can even view where they sit on an online leaderboard. These features are in no way original but still add to the game, and if you're planning to top the leaderboard and go up against the pros, then you'll get a massive kick out of the online features. But if you're like me, more of a casual fighting fan and get fucking owned in your first fight, you'll leave the online mode and likely not return. Alright, bring it on, let's... Hey, get me out of the air. Fuck, oh my god, I'm getting owned. Fuck off, Iron Man. Oh, now you fuck off, Dante. Jesus Christ, I suck. Fuck this. There are other game modes available such as Local Versus, Training Mode, and Mission Mode. Local Versus and Training Mode are exactly as they sound, whereas Mission Mode allows players to undergo a series of missions unique to each individual character. Missions are simply different moves and combinations that increase in difficulty as players progress, say beginning with a Hadouken and concluding with a 30-hit combination. This is fun to begin with, but will hardly take up the bulk of your playing time as it comes away feeling like just another training mode. One massive downside to Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is the overall lack of different gameplay modes. It's borderline fucking disappointing. Sure, the fighting is downright awesome as I said earlier and is fun on its own, but due to the absence of otherwise standard game types such as time attack mode, tournament mode, and even survival mode, I feel as though Capcom really missed a serious opportunity to increase this game's replayability. And to simply play arcade mode over and over again will soon become stale, especially when all 4 of the game's unlockable characters can be unlocked after only 4 playthroughs, offering little to no incentive to replay it further. Additionally, I was satisfied at best with the roster of characters to choose from, including Spider-Man, Deadpool, Wolverine, Ryu, and Dante, but it seemed that many characters that I had liked from previous installments of the franchise were just missing. Like, where the fuck was Venom? The decision not to have him in the game astounds me. This may have been left for future DLC, but at this stage, I just don't know. On the upside, the game's cel-shaded visuals are colourful and vibrant and just look great. The animation is fluent and the frame rate runs at a constant click, keeping up with all the intensely fast attack combos, which is a massive credit to the game. The character models are now 3D, which is a very nice touch, yet the environments are still in 2D, meaning that players can only move backwards and forwards and straight up into the air. They may have done this for that nostalgic feel to keep it in line with others in the series, but nevertheless the different fighting stages all look great and unique. The voice acting is a little cheesy, but what do you expect from a game like this? And to be completely honest, I felt as though the cheesy one-liner dialogue complemented the game by simply adding to the fun, and there were even parts where I laughed my fucking head off.
You see that? That's how you beat Wolverine, people. And you don't even need optic glass!
And to top it off, the fast-paced techno soundtrack accompanies the fighting perfectly and adds to the rush that players will experience when kicking the shit out of their opponents. In summary, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is definitely at its core a simply awesome fighter that anyone would have heaps of fun playing. But on that note, I still wouldn't wholeheartedly recommend it to everyone. The game's lack of variety regarding game types really hurts the overall length that players will spend playing the game, and value for money in this case is questionable. If you are a hardcore fan and want to not only burn through the arcade mode but tackle the pros online for extended periods of time, give this game a go. But if you're more like me, a more casual fighter fan, and you can't see yourself delving all that deep into the online component of the game, maybe a weekend rental is a more sensible choice in this case over a full retail purchase. There really isn't a lot of variety here to keep you going once you've beaten the arcade mode numerous times, and you would have likely had your fill after a couple of days. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button below, and for more videos like this one, as well as video game reviews, gameplay commentaries, and other game related media, swing over to my channel, and hey, you could always subscribe.